Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Biking Roots to the channel, to Texas. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. If you saw the last video, or one of the last videos, I was talking about the steps on buying a new mountain bike and some things to look for when buying a new mountain bike. Well, I bought a new mountain bike. Actually bought it a little bit ago, but just haven't had time to talk about it. And so the new mountain bike we're going to talk about, let's go see it. Actually, it's in a box, but I got to take it out, put it together, and then go for a ride, hopefully tomorrow if the weather holds. And so yeah, let's go see. So yeah, if you've been on the channel for a while, I'm sure you guessed which one, but yeah, Marin Bobcat Trail 3 27.5. Ooh. All right, so I realized that if you're a beginner buying a new mountain bike, hopefully you're going to get it from a shop where it's already built and you just have to put it in your car and then go for a ride, because then they checked it out, adjusted everything, made sure it's good to go. If you didn't have a shop and you had to order it from online or something, I would recommend, unless you know what you're doing, take it to a shop, make sure it's finely built properly, make sure the handlebars are torqued, brake put on properly. Just for safety, you want to make sure that it's good to go. But anyway, that's my tip, that's my suggestion, but do what you want. Marin Bikes, California, 1986. Man, they've been around for a while. All right, here she is, my new Bobcat Trail. All right, got my seat and seat post. I will need that. And then I'm going to lift this out, pop those in. All right, the bike is done. My new beginner hardtail is done and ready to go on the trails. I'm pretty excited about it. This 2025 Marin Bobcat Trail 3, which, as I mentioned earlier, I've talked about in a few different videos, the new Bobcat and the various trims. I'll leave a link to those videos if you want to learn more about the specifics of them and all the specs. I'll just go briefly over mine. So this one comes in two colors. The one in the video that I talked about was the red one. I really like this color of this thing. It looks really cool, being that gray and the yellow lettering. I know Ricardo doesn't like the yellow, but Ricardo doesn't have any taste. Just kidding, Ricardo. Fading into the blue, and then the gray fading into the blue right there. I don't know, I liked it. It was between this one and the Bobcat 4 in purple, which I've seen one and it looks pretty dialed as well, but I like this one. Then the tan walls, obviously not for everyone. I think they're cool on this build. Microshift Advent 9-speed cassette, narrow wide up front. Suntour XCM with a lockout up front, 120 millimeters of travel. And got my Tektro brakes and 780 millimeter bars, short stem. Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited to ride it. So yeah, I will say this is a 27.5, so this is a medium. I'm 5'8" and shrinking. And yeah, instead of going to a medium 29, I said, you know what, I'm going to do a 27.5. So yeah, I already have, my transition spur. It's 29 only, which I love. It's sweet, but I wanted to mix it up and go 27.5 so I can, kind of feel what 27.5 feels like again. So I am going to go bed in the brakes and get it ready to go for a ride. Not today. I can't today. I'm going to lose daylight by the time the shop's closed. But in the morning, the goal is to go take it for a spin.
Whew, good morning. It is early. So early that they haven't even opened the gate here at Timberlane yet, but so I have to park out here. That's all right. I'm here to go for a mountain bike ride. I was just thinking, it's early Saturday morning. That's when a lot of people are able to go mountain biking, and probably what I did when I first started riding when I was like 12 or 13.
If you are starting off on your first mountain bike, could be a journey that will take you who knows where. Some awesome memories with people and places that you just don't know.
Maybe you'll own a bike shop someday. Who knows if they still exist.
All right, so I am wearing a helmet. I know sometimes people will get a new bike and they say, I don't need a helmet. Please get a helmet. We'll go over gear and stuff that you would need when you get out there biking, but at least getting started, just get a helmet. Don't go riding without a helmet. Trust me, it's not worth it. But yeah, another video we'll talk about the different gear that I recommend, and we'll also talk about how to transport these things, because let's be honest, bikes are just big and cumbersome. A little bit cooler than I was planning. I should have dressed better.
Hi, deer. There's all the deer eating. Here we go into the dirt. Oh, well, that's new. Oh, and that's low. Thank you, Paul, and all the Timberlane crew. The trail's changed since the storms. Oh, whee. All right, we're not gonna send anything too crazy today. Oh, yeah, spiders. I'm cleaning out all the spider webs. Woo. Ooh. All right, here we go. Woo. Case. Oh, no water this time. That's good. All right, decided to take a break. I've caught my breath, and so just wanted to talk a little bit about the Bobcat and my first mountain bike ride. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, like obviously I've been on a lot of very nice bikes over the years, and I've ridden the Bobcat before, but it's been a few years riding one stock. And yeah, they're fun. And obviously in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this could be changed, or this could be smoother. I want to change this, but I'm trying not to think that. That will be later when I do some upgrades. But for now, I'm riding it stock, because a lot of people, that's what they do. They ride it stock because, hey, they probably broke the bank just to get into the bike. There may not be anything left over for upgrades and things, which is totally fine. But yeah, we like to send people to the Timberlane Trail because it's a great beginner trail. You get out in nature on some pretty easy to handle single track. Get out there with the animals, and yeah, it's possible by this sweet Moraine Bobcat. So your mountain bike was able to get you out here to explore and to feel the beautiful weather and see all the trees and plants and stuff. All right, just a quick update, since obviously I'm on the Bobcat and this is my first time riding the new one. Yeah, I really like it. I think this would be great for so many people. The drivetrain now on the new one, you know, going to the 9-speed, no more front derailleur, which, sorry, for a beginner, that is awesome to not have that front derailleur. The Advent with the clutch shifts perfectly fine. I haven't had any issues, which is great. Able to get whatever gear that I need with the shifter. This one's not the trigger shifter. This one you push like that to advance, but yeah, it works perfectly well. Yeah, the new geometry, I don't know that I necessarily noticed the difference between the old one, but it feels great. So I think they did a great job with the head angle and with the lower standover height and the changes that they did make to the new one. It feels great to me riding out on the trail, one that's been on lots of different bikes. I was a little worried about the grip today, but it's kind of wet and tacky, and these tires have actually held up fine for me. I haven't been disappointed in these tires, even though they're not like a super grippy tire. And the Tektros have worked fine. They'll start to bite more as I did bed them in before I rode, which I would recommend if you're new. Since yeah, with disc brakes, it takes a little bit for them to wear off that initial coating and to start biting like they're supposed to. Yeah, the fork definitely works. Yeah, I'm trying to keep my opinions to myself on the fork, but yeah, it works fine. And for beginners, it's going to do what they need, and it's going to smooth out the roots or the rocks depending where you live. I mean, my first mountain bike didn't have any suspension, so it was very, very rough, especially in Tucson, Arizona with all the rocks. All right, well, I'm going to stop yapping and get to riding because time's wasting, and yeah, you don't want to be gone like all day and then your wife and kids are like, I don't know about this new sport that you started doing. We never even see you anymore, so got to keep them a little bit on the shorter side so that the family doesn't ban you from riding again. So I'm gonna get to riding. Whew. All right, what's a mountain bike ride without stopping to enjoy the views? Yeah, our water is brown, but it's water, and we're like right by the airport, so it's kind of cool, this little hidden paradise, and you get the chance to take some selfies with your new buddy. One of these days, we're gonna go climb up and ride down that tower, which I think would be a lot of fun. Foolish, but fun. Let's see if the new one can get further than the old one. Oh, yeah, I didn't get very far. All right, here we go. Oh, it's so worn out. These roots are huge. Okay, well, not today. Someday, but not today. Brakes are okay. Oh yeah, easy. Easy for the Bobcat. Another viewing area. Ooh, there's fish jumping. I'm not a fisherman, but if you are, this pond is a good spot. Rider, rider. Ooh, that was fun. Ooh. Oh. Now that I have the spiders cleared out of my face. All right, I'm almost done with the trail, unfortunately. Timberlane's fun, it's just not too long, but that's okay. It's first ride, so you don't want to be gone too long, like I mentioned earlier, but it's been great. Great for my mental health, great for my physical health. Being out here in nature, being on a bike, clear out all that bad energy, all that cortisol that builds up in your system, and release it out in nature, which is awesome. So if this was your first mountain bike ride, I want to congratulate you. Don't give up. Maybe you didn't have a great ride, maybe you crashed, maybe you had a mechanical flat tire. It happens, but don't give up. Keep going back out. If you like to ride with a group, find some people in your area that ride, make some new friends, or at least riding friends anyways, so that you stick with the sport. If you have any questions, I want to hear your first mountain bike ride, what it was like, where it was at. I know we have people that watch from other parts of the world, so yeah, let me know when was your first mountain bike ride, where did you ride? I'm just curious, I want to know. I think I mentioned earlier, mine was in Tucson, Arizona, where I grew up, and yeah, a friend of the family took me out, and it was awesome, and that was the start of my journey 30 years ago. So you never know how long you'll stay in it. Hopefully you stay in it for a long time, because it's something that you can do, something that your kids can do, and you can spend time together as a family. So I encourage you to stick with it. All right, so I'm gonna keep riding that Bobcat, and stay tuned for other videos, how to transport these things, different gear, also just different upgrades that you may or may not want to do. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to Biking Roots if you want to see more of stuff like this, and take care out there. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.